Hello. Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I just want to thank God for allowing all of us to be here. Thank you, God. Welcome to the WEN Conference 2017. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying themselves so far. I'm super excited to be here. There's no other place I'd rather be than here with you. And you could have been any place else, but you chose to be here with me. So welcome to our wonderful city, Atlanta, Georgia. I feel blessed to be a part of this platform, sharing these opportunities with you, in addition to being able to connect with you individually. This is my first time speaking at the Women Empowerment Conference, and I'm honored to be able to share my story with you. We're all here in the name of sisterhood, encouraging each other to achieve our goals and to reach higher. I believe gatherings and collaborations like this truly bring out our passions and purpose in life so that we can be the best version that we can be as powerful women. We have to use our powers to inspire each other. We women have special powers. We need to uplift one another, elevate each other's strengths, provide hope, motivate, and educate. We need not to put each other down or degrade, but rather to show dignity, pride, and respect in order to truly move on to the next level in our lives. Because at the end of our journey, it's all about having freedom and leaving a legacy. My legacy, your legacy, our legacy. We need to create generational wealth. I think sometimes we don't realize how much one's voice matters, but we are queens. We are capable of moving any number of mountains and obstacles that are in our path. Did you hear me? I said we are queens. Hello, beautiful queens. Hello. So ladies, we only have one life to live. Let's live it to the fullest. Let's not waste any more time. God made us unique and special with individual gifts and talents, not to hide and contain them, but to share them with other women and to empower. Can you imagine women coming together from around the world and becoming the majority of the top money earners in the world? Now that would be a powerful force. Wouldn't you agree? I'm grateful to the lady that put this all together, whose hopes and ideas and dreams pushed her to help other women achieve great levels of success with the WEN Conference and so many other platforms. She's not only my business partner, my colleague, she's my friend, my mentor, and my coach. And she's a leader to so many other women in our company and to people throughout the world. She's also a wonderful wife and a loving mother, juggling her career along with her fashionable clothing line, in addition to being a self-made multimillionaire. Some of you may know her from her television show, Married to Medicine, but I know her as being a phenomenal and a diverse woman who's known for changing lives. I have a tremendous amount of respect for her. Let's give it up to Lisa Nicole Cloud. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate everything that you do. You know, in the Bible, John 1:5 says, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." Let me say that again. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. I grew up in the South Bronx in New York City projects where some people feel as though the light doesn't shine at all. I'm the oldest girl and the oldest of 4 brothers. I was very hard on my brothers and a lot of my male cousins because my father was extremely strict with me. My parents were married for 45 years. We grew up in a very religious home. with good morals and good values. Growing up, I never felt as though we was poor. We always had exactly what we needed. Our 4-bedroom apartment was well kept with nice furniture, and I didn't go outside much at all. And I never saw any violence or hear any gunshots, so I felt pretty safe in the projects. I was a teen mom, and my education was very important to me. I worked hard to get my diploma on time. I got married young and divorced young. I worked several jobs, and many of the jobs that I worked were considered men jobs. I was drawn to men jobs simply because men made more money. I did a variety of jobs like construction work, carpentry, sheet metal. I also was the first woman to work as an exterminator for the New York City Board of Education school system, until I developed cancer in my shoulder, which caused me to have a prosthesis or a metal plate in my arm. After several years of healing and therapy, the jobs that I was accustomed to wasn't available to me anymore. In turn, I had to switch directions and move towards office and secretarial jobs. I remember reading a quote that says, "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away." For the first time, darkness crept into my life when I was 26 years old, and I felt as though life had took my breath away. I felt like it took my breath away, but it didn't. My brother's life was taken away. He was killed at the young age of 20, shot 5 times in the streets of New York City. This was the first time I realized I had been sheltered in my room and oblivious to all of the violence and the killings that was surrounding me every single day. To all of the police harassings, the gangs, the drugs on every corner, children killing each other on a daily basis. It got so bad, my children were literally ducking bullets when they played in the park. A year after my brother was murdered, my daughter caught a cold that she unfortunately died from. The police suspected me and interrogated me for 8 hours over my daughter's death. I was later released. It was at that time my focus was to remove myself and my children from the cruel streets of New York City. The mountains, Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania, was the destination of our choice. We really loved the mountains and the calmness and quietness, and my children enjoyed wildlife and what nature brought. And being a first-time homeowner, I wanted everything to be perfect for my children, because I had a picture of this particular home on my refrigerator for 6 months before I even saw the home. So when I saw it, of course, I immediately purchased it. Talk about a vision board, huh? So this house was really special to us. Things were okay until we soon realized we had relocated to an area that was deeply surrounded by racism. From us being the only blacks in the family in our communities and in our neighborhoods, to my children being the only blacks in their class and being harassed and threatened in schools. And walking outside, we was called every racist name that one could think of. And being a single parent didn't make it no easier for me. Working 3 jobs at one time, taking care of my mother and my 4 children. And I definitely wasn't going to leave my mother in the South Bronx after battling brain cancer. My mother's my rock. She's always been there for me, giving me strength and guidance. But sometimes I felt as though I had to do everything by myself. And although I enjoyed being alone, as I had been all my life, I really felt lonely at this point. Being a homebody and not having any sisters or any friends or family members that I could confide in, I was totally clueless to sisterhood. I just kept a lot of things bottled up inside me, often feeling as though I was mommy and daddy. I can do it all by myself. I don't need no one's help. Do any of you feel like that? Like you can do it all by yourself? But sometimes what we don't realize is that we can't do everything by ourselves. And we are not alone. God is with us. God is by our side. God is the light that shines within us. Many of us get discouraged when the men in our lives fail to do their part as fathers and husbands, supporting us, whether it's emotionally, physically, or financially. Yes, no doubt, it can get difficult. And it might even get very challenging. But we have to know it in our minds and in our hearts that we can overcome whatever obstacles that come our way, even if we don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Before I was introduced to residual income, I was pretty much slaving to provide and put food on my table, which was like a gift and a curse. The gift was that I had the ambition and the motivation to never let my children go hungry. However, I was trapped in this environment that I had to do everything by myself, balancing my work schedule along with squeezing family time in. I remember the first time I had to work and leave my children on Thanksgiving Day. I was so upset. I think I cried for like an hour. One of the many hats women juggle, and sometimes we juggle it alone. I salute all of you who are working to overcome, who are seeking to overcome, and who are striving to overcome. We welcome you. Eventually, I settled into a position as a legal assistant for the Attorney General's office. I liked my job. It was a prestigious position. Not only was I the first and chief legal assistant for the Attorney General and the Deputy AG, my office was right next to their offices. And I really enjoyed working with the community directly. It gave me so much joy. And although I had great bosses and co-workers, like my children, I too was the only black person in the building. And there were times I've been called names I've never been called before in my life, still to this day. But that's what happens sometimes when you work for someone else, earning linear income. We have to swallow our pride in order to feed our families. That's why I'm grateful that I've come to learn a different formula in achieving financial freedom. I say, be your own boss. After some years of my family enduring quite a bit of inhumane criticism, the final incident occurred when someone shot bullets into my daughter's window as she slept in the middle of the night. Mommy survival mode kicked in quick. I immediately sold my home, and after several years of working for the Attorney General's office, I had no other choice but to retire and relocate once again, this time to Atlanta, Georgia, where we reside today. After a while, I bought my second home, and I got married to a wonderful man who truly loves and adores me unconditionally. He's a great provider and a good father to our two beautiful little ones. But darkness was right around the corner once again. My father died of cancer. My oldest brother was also shot and killed in the Bronx. And my younger brother was bedridden and died from multiple sclerosis in my home, in front of my children and I. We was devastated. And all of this happened within a very short period of time. This took a huge toll on my family. And I was later diagnosed with chronic and manic depression. I didn't go outside for several years. I couldn't go outside. I didn't want to see the sunshine, the green grass, the blue skies. After all, my family members had been denied those privileges. And somehow, being the oldest, I felt responsible, and I blamed myself for my brother's deaths. I screwed up. Where did I go wrong? What could I have done differently? If I could have only been there 3 more hours, I couldn't take care of myself or my family. I was in such a dark place that I couldn't take care of anybody. I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't comb my hair. Believe it or not, I couldn't even get out of the bed. And I was burning pots every day because I couldn't focus. And this went on for several years. I felt like life was over. I didn't see any light coming from anywhere. Do you ever feel like that? I know for me, I just felt like I was broken. I've always been a strong woman, but life had finally broken me for the first time in my life. I want you to remember. Can you remember something for me? If you fall into that dark place where darkness sneaks in and you feel like you have no other choice, it is that very same pain that makes us realize that we have to do something different. We have to make a change. That's when we have to come out fighting with both gloves on. When I was little, my father was a boxer, and I can remember training with him, and he would say to me, "You fight to the end. If you give up, you die." We can't give up. We have people who are counting on us, who need us and love us, and they depend on us to hold the fort down. Don't be afraid to reach out to family, friends, and church members, and even therapy can be beneficial. There's always someone out there who's willing to work, to help. Always. Therapy didn't work for me, but writing played a huge part in me coming out of my depression. It helped me to go deep, answering questions and remembering things I had suppressed my whole adult life. So perhaps writing could be a good tool for some of you as well. Family has always played a big part in my life. So when my cousin introduced me to this amazing opportunity, not only was I grateful because it instantly changed my life completely, I wanted to share my news and excitement with the world. You see, ladies, you have to give it up to God first. Pray and have faith in Him that all things are possible when He leads the way. Even though it's been a rocky road and I tripped over some bricks, I fell in a hole, I climbed my way out, forgetting at times that He has control of the wheel. He's the one that's guiding us and leading us to new chapters in our lives. No fears, no worries. He's changed my circle and blessed me with an amazing team and business partners who have become like family to me. We're all striving to achieve the same goal, to live a better life and become financially free. My favorite saying is, "Now I know." Now you know too. Whether life's lessons are good or bad, they are meant to teach us, to make us wiser and stronger. I'm grateful for all the experiences and tribulations that I had to go through. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here with you. We have to give back to others and our communities and show them that if we can do it, they can do it too. But we must move with a sense of urgency because we don't know how much time we have left. We don't know when our time is up. I've been retired from the Attorney General's office for over 10 years. And I've been blessed to have 6 wonderful children and 6 beautiful grandchildren. That's the Brady Bunch, 2 times. I'm now a proud business owner and a CEO of a company called WEN Watch It Grow. I'm in partnership with a variety of well-known brand name companies. My business is growing. We're in several states now. And I love the fact that I can be home and be there whenever my children need me. I love being a stay-at-home mom. I love networking and being a woman entrepreneur. And I really enjoy connecting with people with like-minded minds. Life challenges will always be there, but we have to be strong enough to endure whatever obstacles that are in our pathway trying to sabotage our way to success. Whether it be balance in our careers, relationships, or home lives, we mustn't forget to take care of ourselves or the people we love. Because if we're not happy, home is not happy. The foundation starts to crumble. Queens shine a little brighter when all is good from within. Never give up your tiara, never. And wear it well. For we are beautiful queens. We are what? We are beautiful queens. Shine bright like the diamonds that you are. Surround yourself with other women who empower you. Be bold, be confident, be fearless. Increase your vision. Never give up on your dreams. And dream big. We have to support each other's success and be around people who support us. And come to conferences like this with like-minded women sharing their stories and experiences and expertise. Some things are just priceless. What I've learned from my mentors is that we have to do things differently. We have to ask ourselves questions like, where do I go for help? Who can I turn to? How can I start my own business? What books can I read that will elevate me? Who can I text, email? Don't just get stuck in your predicament. Or if you're in a bad situation like I was, go find out what you need to get to the next level. They say a woman is like a tea bag, and you never know how strong she is until she gets in hot water. But we don't want to get burnt. Now is the time for change. Don't let it be too late. Every day when we wake up, we need to thank God for another day. And every day I compete against myself. I demand more from myself every day. You have to believe in you, even if no one else believes in you. Let God's light shine within you. Learn the strengths that you have and put them to work and be invincible. Take this opportunity that you hear today to reflect on the words and put them onto yourself so that you can continue to motivate and educate not only ourselves and other women, but our little queens as well. Women on average earn less than men in virtually every single occupation. And what I've learned is that more millionaires have been created in the direct sales industry than any other industry in the history of the world. That's why I love the business that I'm in. Anybody from jail to Yale can do this business. And what I do is I get to speak to great people like you. Travel the world with friends and family members and business partners, teaching and coaching people on how to live a healthier lifestyle, how to create multiple income streams, and how to become financially free. We're building a legacy, and we're leaving global footprints wherever we go. And we're having a ton of fun along the way. I'm excited. I'm excited about 2017 and our journey. I believe, although I haven't met some of you yet, I believe this is the year that many of us will make a huge impact in changing lives. Let this be the year that we say goodbye to the old version of us and say hello to being the best version that we can be as powerful women, enjoying the best years of our lives. I love technology and I love social media. I really, really do. And I love connecting with people of substance and vision and like-minded minds, just like you. So if you like, you can follow me at One Watch It Grow on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, or you can just Google One Watch It Grow. You know, Ephesians 5:8 says, "For at one time you were in darkness, but now you are in the light of the Lord. Walk as children of the light. And don't forget to shine bright, sisters.